Hello, hello, hello. It's time for dwarves. I've given up on the greenskins. As of right now, they are really bad. So I guess we play the Dawi instead. Yes. I mean, maybe not like comical, but yeah, I mean, we gotta. So this is the least muscular Dawi. Fair enough. Well, we gotta be tall, right? Yeah, a little bit of weight on them. Hello, Nuvire.
Karin Kazad!
If you make him tall, just make him a buff guy. Okay, I'm not gonna make him that tall. I'll be a little bit taller. I'm not like other dwarves, chat. Wow. You know, I'm feeling some good things here, chat. I don't like the sideburns on this one, though. Novire, what do you think of this one? What do you think of this one? This is it, right? This is the dwarf. Okay. You know, I'm feeling it, chat. I'm feeling it. This is good, chat. This is good. Right here. This is it. This is it. Okay. Your very clan series its meticulous miners and gem grafters. Remarkable brewers and farmers. Brilliant ore smelters and smiths. Deadly warriors and sharpshooters. Nah, it's totally this one. Meticulous miners and gem cutters. I don't know why that gives us scouting, but alright. The pro-Dawi culture cultivates every grudge aimed at their kin. The ignorance of the Umgi. Double old gold gain from victories against human factions. The arrogance of the Elgi. The malice of the Orcs and Grubi, the corruption of the Zanguzas, or the greed of the Thagoraki. Why do we have a grudge against the humans for being ignorant? What? That's it? We're like, okay, so why do you hate these guys? They're ignorant. Okay, but do you have a really good reason for this? No. Just moves on, refuses to say anything. You know, the arrogance of the Elgi. I don't know, Chad. It's ringing to me. Event else. We don't fight elves, though. We got engineering, medicine, trade, and crossbow. The greed of the Thekoreki. Okay, that gives me a gun, a one-handed, a roguery, and an engineering. The corruption of the Zaguzas. Leadership, charm, roguery, two-handed. Basically, no matter what I do, the malice of the orcs and Gruby. We get scouting, athletics, two-handed. I mean, that's probably the best we could do here. We obviously an initiate, ironbreaker. Oh wait, they can do a mercenary. Oh, I didn't know that. Ironbreaker career. This puts me the point in gunpowder, leadership, athletics, and one-handed. Okay, well we gotta go. Scroll all the way down. Now what is our clan? Our clan will be clan this thing, and obviously we gotta go a little bit blue. Oh yeah, there we go. Now I like this. This is good. This is good. I like this one. Okay, perfect. The copperbacks. No, we'll call this the iron hide. No, there's Grimgor's got that one. The iron hide. Back. We'll play the iron back dwarves. My name, dwarf name, it will be. Is that Guthuk? Huh. Thick. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna be thick. Our dwarf will be thick, chat. Just don't worry about it. The dwarf's name is Thick. Beer? No, it's like what did I choose again? I don't know. We chose the thing, chat. Just don't worry about it. Thick comes from Carrignorn. What? What? Goblin spawns attacks us. Snow battle. Cavalry get a large bonus. Horse archers get a large bonus. You spawn in, you just kick the fuck out of everybody. Okay, sure. It's like, welcome to a dwarf campaign. Kill goblins. Okay, so what does my character have? We have a point in athletics. Well, hold on. Do dwarves have more hit points? Dwarves get 12 hit points. Okay, let's recruit a Dawi. Now, do Dawi have more hit points? So Dawi get more hit points, but not that many more. But I do still think movement speed's probably worth more hit points for us, considering we don't have cavalry. Let's just get some Dawi for now. Oh, that's right. Dwarves get less units. Traveling merchant. Yeah, bro. I just started the game. What are you doing? Do dwarves get unique quests, or do I just do generic quests? As a dwarf. In fact, we don't get any quests. Huh. Kalen's Carrignorn. I get to scout people. What is my starting equipment? A dwarf engraved axe and a dwarf shield. I start with a lot of armor already. Okay. Okay. Why are we taking prisoners? Do I get more oath gold for not taking prisoners? Right, yeah, I forgot about food, chat. Those are not correct. Okay, you know what, let me take a save here. First off, we should recover our dudes. And then we'll fight them. But I want to recover all of them. Okay. Now let's see how this goes. I mean, we got Elgi. Wow, tier 1 dwarves already coming out with hammers and shit. This is how it feels to be new fire-sized.
March with me, Dowie.
Didn't they attack me and they're still camping in the corner? Okay. Got it.
Ha!
Where do we go? Well, let me think. There's not really a way to move. Those are goblin gits. Goblin cunning gits.
Barakaz!
Okay. Oh my god, we're so short. We can't hit. Okay. Wow, we actually got cut out by goblins. Bro, I literally couldn't hit them. Okay, I just wanted to see what it would be like, chat. I do not want to waste my time playing that out. No, my weapon. Did you see my weapon wasn't hitting? They were actually able to kite me. Like, holy shit. Okay, so we definitely, oh my god. Sorry, I don't want to play out this early game because it gets old quickly. Oh, for fuck's sake. Just fuck off. They moved faster than I could click. Got it. Cool. So 17 goblins beat us? No, I thought we'd be good to beat 17 goblins, chat. I guess Dawi aren't all they were cracked up to be. Sad. Pathetic. Sad and pathetic. So I've seen these guys get up here, but how did they do that? Because I'm looking at now the start of the map. How the hell could they do that? Okay, so Dawi are Oath Gold. The rarest and most valuable metals in Dwarf societies associated with suspect and reliability. Spend it to unlock various perks and support the Dwarven Guild. Right, the dwarves get like a whole thing. The orcs are like, here's your 17 debuffs for playing orcs. The dwarves are like, nothing but buffs. By God, it's Elspeth von Draken, chat. It's the thing. The thing. Surely 14 dwarves beat 19 gobos, right? Fight me if you dare. Are we gonna lose this too?
With me, lads!
Okay, so I rank up, or I can cast Impenetrable by the Greenskin faction mechanic is you do less damage and your units wound themselves. So the funny thing is, I'm not joking.
Barakaz!
Okay, here we go. If I just get my ass in here. Okay, that went a bit better. Why was that so bad last time? But yeah, that is that is literally what it does. The wall mechanic. You take a damage penalty and you take a damage penalty and you what's the words I'm saying? You take a damage penalty and you get your troops wounded every so often. Which is to say, yeah, once you go full WA, you recruit one dude every day, which is really insignificant, and then eat double food. Normally, food doesn't matter, but I promise you, when you start eating double food, suddenly food will matter, because, as they say, chat, things don't matter until they literally get doubled, and then suddenly you're going to be like, oh my god. I can't feed my children. Did dwarves get regiments of renown? I'm poor. Okay, this goblin gear is bad. Winds of magic, we don't get. Artillery. So we have oath gold. And we spend... Okay, so here's the problem. It takes me a while to get up to that city, but I don't see any hideouts or anything out here. Dwarves also... Or sorry, orcs get more HP, which is really good. But then because their head is right front and center, they actually end up, on average, I would say, taking more damage. When I'm full armored on other characters, I tend to not really care very much, and I just run at people and swing. But when I'm full armored on an orc, I constantly get hit in the head and crit. It was like that one time... I fought the archer that double headshot me for 90 damage a pop. And I was like, oh, okay. Guess I'll die. There we go. Holy shit, where is everybody? Where's all the enemies at? Okay, so now we have Dawi Militia.
Zarok away!
They get shields. That dude's hammer looks really good. I don't know why that hammer looks so good. That's like a really good looking hammer. I suppose we could have gone with Corlers. Well, that guy was tanky. Who did we lose? No, not the Dawi. Huh. Well, this is awkward. Well. Chat, we're coming up short on our movement here. Oh, it's the other thing. Orcs don't fit behind their shields, so they get shot by range constantly. Basically, orcs are all downsides with no upside. You know, Gimli said dwarves were natural-born sprinters, chat. And I'm not entirely sure he was telling the truth now. I think he might be exaggerating. Well, we driven him into the sea.
Kazukan, Kazuki, ha!
Chat, making good movement. We're making good progress. One more to go. You know, chat, I'm gonna say it. We Dawi, natural born swimmers. Do you see the advantage we got once we took to water? Backpedaling faster. We do appear to take a speed penalty. We do appear to be, yes. I'm contemplating that I should have grabbed some quarrelers. It is a possibility, okay? It has been mentioned. People have said, yeah, you probably should have done that. Let's see, Carrick Ziflin. That's a good one. Carrick Norn, that's also a good one. The Iron Tower. Who are these people again? I see these guys vanish so quickly. That's what Death Grind does. Yeah, those dudes vanish really fast. Okay, we got athletics again. Armor weight reduction. See, chat, there we go. Thick gains a level. Oh, right. I forgot this thing. Okay, fire resist, hit points, explosive charges have more ammunition. Personal hit points, party move speed on campaign. Huh. Well, that's... Personal physical damage from fighting greenskins. Okay, so we hate greenskins. Got it. Plus, the one movement speed on the campaign is nutty. I'm not sure why they just kind of give that away so easily. Just right there. Okay. Thank you. Is skirmishing working in vanilla, and does the infantry use javelins? No. But yes. I mean, I did play a large Nord run for a bit. And yeah, I mean, if you use boats and stuff, like, they'll chuck non-stop. But if you use battles, there's no command you can give them to throw. So you do have to micro it, which, yes, gets pretty old over long periods of time. The Nordland. Oh, so they do form alliances. How have I never noticed that? Okay, so that's why the humans are shitting on everybody. Because they're forming alliances. Wait, which dwarfy dwarf do I want a dwarf? Let's see. These people, that's what? Yeah, it's Nordland. And these are elves. Riva's Keep. What's a Riva's Keep? What is that? Is that like a raid dungeon? There are orc pirates in this universe. Okay, this area is like really bad for questing and really accomplishing anything at all, actually. Okay, you guys have a quest for me. No, you don't. Damn it! Yeah, normally I'm not, kinda Dawi Scout. Okay, we'll get a Dawi Scout and a Dawi Militia. I don't want any of these regular Dawi anymore, chat. We need good Dawi. Orc pirate hideout? Yeah, I mean, that's what I imagine. Maybe it's like a raid or something. Wait, enemies. Finally. Okay. Now, we do have a range dude. So all you guys should be Dawi Militia, yes. So you're all as armored as I am, and I'm pretty armored. Wait. You got the same gear as I do. Why do I have to wear tier 2 armor? Chat, this is ridiculous. Okay, let's see how good this guy does. He missed. Okay, one more try. You missed. Okay, one more try. No. Okay, that wasn't too bad.
Barakan!
My weapons are so short range. Well, I got a sumpter horse, somehow. Can't you upgrade regular Dawi to scouts? Yeah, but then I have to upgrade them, chat. I don't want to do that. I just want them. I don't want to work for things. I want things. Okay, this is like a really bad area. There's just not going to be any questing or anything here. Oh, fuck. That wasn't good. I tapped out for 1 fucking second.
After me, Throng!
Well, shit. I've never seen Dwarf artillery. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. What do you guys have? They have 4 big guns. That's probably not good, Jed. So if we block their range units,
Barakan!
by just charging in here at these guys. Ow! He had the basha. They all have bashas. The basha is the one good... I think there's 2 good orc weapons. The basha and the 2-handed sword. But only the tier 5 variant, I think it is. Because the basha has outrageously good damage and attack, and also goes past armor, which is kind of outrageous, actually. Are we down to orcs because they outnumbered us with better units? Not good. That. Not good. Bro, I am so poor. It's actually ridiculous. How do I just not get any money? Well, it's because I can't farm any enemies, and I can't farm any enemies because this area sucks ass for farming. I need to move to a different area of the map. This area is just bad. This area sucks. We need to think here, chat. Where is a better area to farm? Like, this area is definitely worth going back for in the future, but for now, not good. Man, the orcs have way more presence on the map. The dwarves are very limited. The entire High Elves only start with 2 cities. Huh. Zerf bar to the bottom right. Well, I was trying to get in fights. The problem is I'm only going to be fighting... Wait, Temple of Skaranoak? What the fuck is a Skaranoak? I mean... I could go to Zerf Bar. Is this gonna have any farm though? There's the question. Probably, yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. The issue is there's just no farm here. Like, I'm just wandering around for 20 minutes accomplishing nothing. How's the mod so far? I mean, it's a good mod. We have free time, I'd definitely get it, you know. But it's far away. Well, where? Beep, back that up. Okay, we can go beat up those chaos cultists, though. Dawi Old Guard. How much is that gonna be? A watt. Dawi Hammerer. Why is that thing just right here? Dawi Ironbreaker. Iron Beard, Iron Drake, Iron Hammer, Iron Drake, Iron Drake, Iron Hammer, Drake, Drake Hammer, Iron Drake, Hammer, Drake, Iron, 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 Iron. Iron Drakes, yeah. Dwarves get to kaboom stuff, like a lot. I just haven't gotten to it yet. That's why I was like, I'm like grinding away for no gold. Cultist hideout. I don't think we beat goblins. My axe that I start with is... It's not as bad as the shaman weapon I had earlier, mind you, but the weapon reach is pretty pathetic. It's really short. Thinking about it, in the lore, are vampires even that big of a threat? They just seem to be pretending to be a state within an empire. Not really. That's why they're not really that big a deal. Okay, so there's these guys like fighting here, and these guys fighting here, and okay, so there's like a pass in and then a giant mountain area. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they don't really do much. much in lore. I don't know a better way to put it. Gas is like chaos, and the vampires are kind of like, hey buddy, I want to be emperor. And they're like, no. And they're like, come on, no, come on, no, come on, no. Impenetrable. Receiving and blocking damage. Okay. Penetrable has fire, explosive, and knockback resistance. Skills with scouting. Do I need scouting? Scouting is one of those generically good traits I find. Let's see. We have no stewardry, no medicine. Well, okay, we kind of need medicine as well. Medicine's like one of those awkward things. We kind of need self-medication. Then so far as one-handed, let's dunk a point in that too. Or we could do athletics. What do the athletics get us to? It just goes hit point regeneration. Let's do one-handed. Okay. Man, New Fire just discovered power scaling. I do have map travel speed +1. I just need to find enemies. I cannot find enemies. The Shrine of Gork. Or not. The scribes of the Grimoire Necronomicon are no more. Wait, the vampires already took 2 cities. Huh. Yeah, well, you have to imagine that every single Grail Knight is like a Frenchman, and you just insulted baguettes. You know what I mean? No fire. Okay, we're gonna run out of gold. I just cannot find enemies. I mean, I put points in scouting. My scouting is leveled. I mean, they gotta be out here, I imagine. I'd hope. Okay. Personal melee damage. Personal hit points. Let's get the HP. I need... Let's see. We can maybe just raid a camp. Well, those are goblin raiders, but... There's an Ungor camp. I think we should just go raid that. Now, what are you guys? I think we just raid the Ungor camp. Camps are pretty easy to do. Now, our daily gold is 26. We can definitely make it there and back in time. French, sorry, the dwarf areas are so bad for farming because they're so linear. You just do not find any enemies. We help the guy on the cart, and then he doesn't loot. The man dies. Loot the cart. Bury the man. Move along. Thank you, cart. Okay, we ran out of food. Chat. Who forgot to pay the food bill? Chat. Well, that's fine. There's an Ungor camp right there. Maybe we can eat them. Why Why is grain so expensive? I guess we just eat cheese. That's not true. Bretonnia doesn't get one cool unit, everything else is a peasant. They got Knights of the Realm. They've got Questing Knights. They've got Pegasus Knights. They've got Grail Knights. They've got... Oh, Hippogriff Knights. They got Hippogriff Knights. Okay. Let's think here. What else do I have, chat? I mean, they're Knights, Snowfire. I don't know if you've kept up on your history, but Knight doesn't just mean mounted dude. Like, they have mounted dudes who aren't Knights. Chop. 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 Ow, fuck you. Foot Knights, Realm Knights, Errant Knights, Questing Knights, Grail Knights. Yeah, Newfire. It sounds like you're a Knight hater. Why do you hate on Knights? Wait, one of my dudes ran up and died. God damn it. Bro, we need you not dead. That's the whole point of you not being dead, is that you don't die. Okay. You know, if it just sounds like you... What's the right way to put this? It sounds like you have knight jealousy. Like, other people are knights and you're not. So you think to yourself, like, man, I'm so jealous of knights. Guys, kick the shit out of them. How many people do we have left? We might not be able to do the final quest. Shit. That's not good, chat. I think we bet it all on the duel, chat. I don't know. I think we go for the duel. I'm not sure we win this one.
You've cut quite a...
Very well. Duel me. Yes! Oh, I'm a genius, chat. This is why they call me the best. Right there. That's why, chat. Yeah, I took the Minotaur hostage. He gave up. It was the honorable thing to do. Chat, would you have not given up in that situation? Are you saying you would have continued to fight despite the fact that your boss had surrendered? Chat, Chat. Chat. I'm a bit embarrassed to you right now, chat. I'm a bit embarrassed because you would try to cheat against all odds. And for what, chat? And for what, chat? Just to win? No, you would give yourself up and you would show up to that execution. Well, the shadow renderer is working overtime. Devon District. Ransom your prisoners. Okay, see, Jed, now we got money. Easy money, Jed. Easy money. And we got food. Vampires don't use living horses, so... This is actually kind of funny. Their horses are dead cheap because they never use them for anything. Yeah, world map movement speed is really overpowered. Really overpowered. I think every source of it could be halved, it would still be really strong. Especially because it still applies once you form an army. It's like Blood Knight armies like zoom 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 and you're like catching bandits. They're like, holy shit. Skalraz Ungor Dok Mingul. Okay, so we now have money. It's time to get the boys back together, chat. I don't think we're gonna do Ironbreakers though. I don't think that one's happening. I would like to get relations up with these people. Oakenhammer. Why not Ironhammer? Steelhammer. Grimbar's Gate. Who's Grimbar? I can't afford these high tier units. I wish I would stop being here. Okay, what do I do? A Dawi, a Scout, a Dawi Prospector. Wait. Dawi Militia goes to Dawi Miner. Dawi Prospector. Oh, they got the blasting charges, but a Miner doesn't. I guess they must have nerfed it or something. That's weird. Shrine of Grungi. Troll Raiders. Wait, I finally found a troll cave. Holy shit. I've received the blessing of Grungi. Gain 25% bonus crafting stamina. I wish to unsubscribe from that guy forever. Okay, Thongan of the Brewers Guild. Throngan. Greetings, old friend, or we haven't met yet, have we? Hail, stranger. Can I deliver you some wheat to brew ale? It's we brew our finest ale, and we can always use more Gurton. I changed my mind. I don't like this guy. I don't know, he's suspicious, Chad. I wonder how many trolls it takes to beat one dwarf is more like it. Masterwork Dwarf Axe. What kind of weapons we got here for one-handed? Dwarf Noble Axe. It's better than the Orc Axe and swings significantly faster. Dwarf Wrench. Dwarf Jeweled Great Axe. Masterwork Dwarf Warrior Great Hammer. I do like these giant hammers. Balanced dwarf wrench. But it's only rage 50. I could beat people to death with a wrench, but I don't think it would be a good idea. Dented dwarfed engraved axe. Okay, so our armor is pretty good. And our weapon... Our weapon's not too great, though. I mean, it's not bad, but... I mean, okay. Not much we can do about that one. I don't think we can clear dwarf caves. Thick has some crazy eyes energy going there. Would you say he's got thick eyes? Personal melee damage, personal fire resist. It just occurred to me, satchel charges. How do we get kabooms? Can we buy kabooms? Wait, dwarf militia armor is ass. I just noticed that. Fine giant slayer loincloth. It only blocks legs and not chest. Okay. Lordly dwarf militia armor. Engineer shoulder pads. That kind of looks cool. Iron Drake helmet. Fire resist. 60 armor and fire resist, huh? Yeah, that's so me right now. Yeah, that's also so me right now. Fish harpoon. Dwarf bullets. Beardling practice handgun. Okay, we're putting all our stocks in guns. No, Chad, I'm putting all my stocks in gun stocks. What's my opinion on the Pokemon Trick Room? What is the Pokemon Trick Room? Okay, so I lost a dude for no gain, huh? Well, that sucks. Could you explain to me, your average person, what a Pokemon, air quote, trick room is? A room, quote, for tricking Pokemon. Looks like all the raiders came together for one last score. I gotta pick these guys off, but
Another fool enters our domain. Surrender your gold or forfeit your life.
it's the best quote in the entire game, and if you think otherwise, Chad, you're stupid, wrong, and ugly. Okay, so I got a dwarf beardling practice gun. So remember, you can trick Ditto into becoming Sydney Sweeter.
Zarok away!
I don't, is this...
Puzzle time.
Well, well, well. Chat, we boomed. We boomed. We boomed. You guys mental boomed. Me, big boom. Waxed bear pelt. Okay. Warpstone dust. Arcane scroll. I played a bit of Word Tales. Let me tell you, I think it's got some flaws.
Yeah?
I think it just takes way too long to play, to the point where by the time I get where I actually want to get to, I'm bored. I'm bored out of my mind. I think that the optimal playstyle is also pretty boring. I think that it just, like, you can't have a turn-based game. I mean, I guess in a literal sense you can, but let's say you shouldn't have a turn-based game where the optimal playstyle is to be
March with me now.
very boring and slow, and to make every single battle take forever. And then if the animations are slow and you need to play out a lot of animations, well, that just makes it even worse. Why am I in magical fuck-off forest where I can't see shit ever? Am I doing my Age of Wonders? No, War Tales. They're gonna keep running away, aren't they? Okay. I got a lot of bullets, chat. I could be here a while. Good shot, me. Thanks, me. Well. Same for King Arthur Knight's Tale. I don't remember that one, to be fair. Dawi Scout upgrades to Dawi Thunderer, which requires Oath Gold. Okay. More Warpstone Dust. I mean, that's a lot of gold, Jet. Like, what the fuck? That's a lot of gold. So definitely hunting those dudes is profitable. Gunpowder. So hot right now. Gunpowder. Immediately gain 1 discipline. Gunpowder troops in your party receive 5 a day. We don't really need more ammo. Reduce movement speed for wearing shields. No, removed movement speed penalty for wearing shields. Yeah, that is really good. Experience per day to all troops and party. That is really good. Now we could, I think we need to do smithing, right? We're gonna have to actually do smithing for a run here. Wait, that's wild. I haven't done smithing in so long. Chad, I swore off smithing. I said I'd never return. I said smithing. No, I put that behind me. I think not, brigand. I remember liking King Arthur Knight's Tale, but I remember thinking to myself,
To me,
like,
wrong.
2 people and a duck actually like watching this. And as always, if nobody likes watching something, I can't really commit serious long time to it. And that was probably going to be a 1 to 2 week game. Okay, come on. I need to get out of this damn forest. I don't think it was a bad game. I think it was received decently, but it's a niche genre as well. The turn-based combat RPG thing. Especially people want to call turn-based RPGs like Baldur's Gate is bringing them back. I think Baldur's Gate was first and foremost a role-playing game, and second, a combat game. Dude, where are these fuckos? We're so slow as dwarves. How am I even supposed to... Bro, please do not tell... Oh, God. Dwarves are so slow. Oh, shit. I already had it loaded. Arabs. Dwarves are so slow. Playing out these battles to not take casualties. But the thing is, I don't really want to be taking casualties. Can I get better vision of these damn gobos? They have so much cooler guns than I do. I suppose I have the training gun, yeah. I mean, the AI's gonna, you know, run away and be a cheesy motherfucker. We can do that too, buddy. Yeah, you'd think guns would be better at breaking shields, eh?
Or I can't.
Kabamo! Well, it takes a while, but is it worth? Yes, it's worth it, chat. And you know why it's worth it? Because fuck them gobos. But don't actually do that, chat. Don't do that. Chat, don't be weird. Let's see. So we have a bunch of gold. We could continue to farm. Because I got warpstone dust, right? We can continue to try to farm that. But we should probably go restore our gold for now. Why are we so slow? Jesus Christ, we're slow. Okay. Tunnel watch, +1, day traveler. Funny. Why would they even use the crafting stamina system? Why wouldn't they just, I don't know, deal away with it entirely, instantly? Lock in meat. Sell everything. Okay, now Warpstone Dust I'm going to sell. Arcane Scrolls I'm also going to sell. I can get those later. But for now, I can use those to generate more gold. Now, the question is... Huh. Well, I gave him Oath Gold, and he proceeded to do fuck all with it. The bastard. That's annoying. We just need more range, chat. We need more range behind our Dwarf warriors. I forgot what it's like to play a range faction. I haven't played range in so long. Let's see, we're clan tier half. Scouting. Charles Speed in desert. Ah, forest skin. Forest skin is wild. Does that actually stack with the Botania? Now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like in base game it's... Oh, Orc Raiders. Fuck. Well, chat, it appears our unkillable track record might be coming to an end.
March with me, Dowie.
Are they coming at me or am I coming at them? Which one are we doing here? Oh shit, they're coming at us. I just can't see them. Man, can we hit some damn shots? We need to buy more room. More room! Boy, that is not a lot of damage we're dealing. Well, it is a practice gun, but it is shooting a real bullet, so that's weird. Well, this is helpful, actually. I mean... Okay, orcs. Well, there goes the big gun. Oh, we hit the edge of the wall. I suppose we can continue to kite this way. I don't know why they're letting us do this, but I mean, I get 6 more shots. See, you know, there's no real point. Why are they walking? Ah, okay. Well then. That, Yep. Damage is melee damage. Count moves with no shield and no range weapon. Well, I guess you just go for powerful then. As your gunpowder. When unfit and using a pistol, your accuracy penalty for moving is reduced. Your accuracy is increased by 20% with gunpowder weapons when mounted. Well, this doesn't really help me if I'm not running and gunning. But it does make me shoot better, I guess. %% chance of an Iron Breaker troop did not consume an explosive charge when used. Explosive charges gain +2 ammunition. Well, I really wish I knew. I need to farm Oath Gold. Hold on. We need to farm Oath Gold. Let me get water. The devs have been fairly intelligent with Oath Gold, I would say, because it's much harder to grind it out than gold, you know, regular gold. So getting the Giga Dwarf units is a bit tougher. I would say Orcs would be the same way, but the Giga Orc units are just not, yeah. Did No Fire ask me a question and then just walk away? Playing a vampire is crazy. You can just jump on wall and summon skeletons. Bro, playing vampire in this game is so fun. It's a bit strong, yes, but they have buffed considerably the Empire factions to compensate for it. They make alliances now and they actually cockblock you pretty hard. It's pretty common for the undead. Like in the past, one of the reasons I would say that the undead really weren't even that big a deal was that, or I should say how strong they were was not a big deal, was because it didn't really actually end up mattering.
We got no quarrel.
As you saw earlier when I was playing with the Necromancer, before it was crashing too much, I decided to play a different faction. You saw that,
Zarok, away!
the problem I was running into, well, I don't know if you want to call it a problem, was Manfred would just run up and AoE half their army every time. Now, imagine that, except you're not being outnumbered. And you might start to see the issue, is that When you're like, time to take a battle, Manfred kills everyone. Manfred kills everyone. Manfred kills everyone. And you're just like, alright, it doesn't really matter how strong I am because Manfred just kills everyone. But nowadays, the Empire factions will ally with each other and you won't be at war with one. It reminds me back at Total Warhammer 2. You go back to where, like, you're at war with 3, 4, 5 Empire factions at once. And they're, like, starting to siege and attack you. And you're like, bro, I cannot get into position in time. Boy, my short little Dawi legs. I sure do struggle a bit here. Are we in range? Yes! A little bit difficult, but, you know. Definitely hittable. Okay, I could not see where that one came from. Damn, that one was going way off. Kite, 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 kite. Damn it! Bro, I wish I was as good as these people at shooting. Didn't I just give her in my formation 30 gunpowder skill too? Seven's just gonna be amazing at this, and I'm still ass. I just shot a tree.
Slay the Oathbreakers!
They broke oaths? Did we just call everyone an oathbreaker? Orcs are pretty good at replenishing their losses, I'll say. That little bit tends to be true. So, if, like, orcs get wiped out, they can just be like, oh, fuck it. But the shaman is catastrophically underpowered. The war boss, I would say, is arguably fine, just tedious as hell to play. And I think charge damage is actually kind of important here. Because, yeah. So starting ammunition to all gunpowder troops, or immediately gain a discipline and gunpowder troops receive experience. +1 discipline only gives us a tiny bit of gunpowder. But how do I scale my faith? I mean, I do get ward save from faith, right? Yeah. Empire priests. So, you know, when I don't know if you watched, but I was playing the shaman and I was just trying to, like, sit in my army and buff them. That's what the priest does. They've got one that I believe makes them do more damage, and they have another one that
After me!
heals them. And it's pretty common that you can just decisively smash battles by just juggling your AoE buffs. Wait, are they running at us? I think they might be. I can't tell what they're doing. I think they're just camping again. Yeah, I was about to say, there's no way they're running at us. It's, I think, a 5 HP heal every 2 seconds for 12 seconds, which doesn't seem like that much, but if your units take 1 extra hit to die, it will be very helpful. Kaboom! Damn it!
Slay
I don't think they broke their oath, did they? Dwarf just be like, sorry, the oath breakers. Sir, we've never met them before in our life. They probably pissed us off somehow. Kill them. Yeah, especially in these early game fights, it'll actually matter a lot. And I can't spend 9 oath gold on that. In the late game, it will make those large team fights, you know, the large army battles, it'll impact that a lot. Now, granted, like, you have to remember that, like, fire, explosive, and knockback. Wouldn't all... whatever. You stun your enemies longer after they block your attack. Right, I forgot. This one's actually super good. I mean, if I'm doing smithing, which I already have to do anyway, right? That's dwarves for you, at least mimic dwarves. The funny thing is, I don't think they've really broken that meme, have they? It's pretty much, well, true. Is that Iron Forge? Karak Zafbar. This layout is so much better than the one they used in Total Warhammer, where the dwarves don't just like walk down into Dragunov. That's a bit odd, that decision they made. I don't have the unlimited smithing mod, do I? That'll be annoying. Shoot. There's a troll cave there, but I don't want to deal with that. At least I know where there's one troll cave now. It's kind of weird. I cannot find any troll caves. Well, I played other factions. I still don't find troll caves. The Karak Kern is called on Karak Enzar to declare war against the Quinels. Would be interesting if other lords and stuff at least started with abilities and stuff. Could use career abilities. Like if there's priests of Sigmar, they could actually do that. They can use spells, but I don't think they can use they can use spells, but I don't think they can use battle prayers. Goblin Raiders.
Slay everything without a bid.
Bro, okay, the battles get so dragged out with every enemy sprinting into the hills. It kind of makes playing these range factions, it feels like they're trying to like balance a mod by making it super annoying to play in this playstyle. But it's not going to make me run forward because I don't want to take losses on units that take Oath Gold, right? So I don't know, it's just awkward. Like, yes, you can use range and poke away at people. It's pretty strong.
Zarok
I don't know where they are, but they're shooting over there. Oh, there they are. That was actually kind of close. I'm a good shot, chat. Yeah, I want to do that. Why can't I do that? Could you guys stop blocking bullets, you damn gobos? Ah, yes. A point in tactics has been unlocked. Thing is, these dwarf units cost old gold, so I cannot sack them by doing the auto battles. And I don't really have the points to put points into tactics so that I get better auto battles. I'm caught between a rock and... well, that's it, just a rock. Because otherwise I have to play these battles out. I mean, partly it's the fact the enemies keep running away. I actually typically like shooting enemies with guns, but the fact, I mean, I kind of hate the spot I'm in right now. This spot sucks. I mean, I don't like this map. I don't like the forest. I don't like the evil. It's all undead. Ugh. Ramen noodles. Chat, we've reached a chat rate of 0. As in, literally no one's saying anything. You guys are really bad at talking when I play games you guys don't know. You guys can talk about anything. Anything and everything. If you guys don't, I have to. And then I have to talk about the game, which then just makes you guys not want to watch. You know what I find annoying is people that are so nostalgic. And I'm saying that because I see memes like this all the time. When the game franchise you used to love keeps going downhill and you realize it's time to finally let go. Okay, but like, why do you give a shit? Like, if a game franchise does well, then play it. And if it doesn't do well, then don't play it. It doesn't take long for me to not want to play something. I mean, like, I can play Call of Duty as a kid and then be like, oh, I don't like this anymore. And then it's just done. Or like Battlefield. People are like, oh, they're gonna make Battlefield come back. Oh, guys, Battlefield will be back. Bro, there's better games than Battlefield for getting that old feeling of Battlefield. And Battlefield itself isn't gonna give you that feeling of Battlefield. Every game developer, not everyone. Again, you just need to track, I've said this a lot, you need to track which developers maintain their, well, developers. If a developer maintains their developers and doesn't fire them all, you will get good quality. But if they don't and they do fire them, then you will get bad quality.
Mess with us, and we'll sell our lives dearly.
So, for example, Larian Studios doesn't fire the developers. That's how they continue to make quality. Whereas you look at some of these studios, and it's like, laid off 9 billion people after game launches, and people are like, well, that's how every studio does it. And I'm like, okay, well, then their games will suck.
With me, lads!
Yeah, exactly, Catharsis. You have so many studios that are like, remember back in the 2000s when we were good? Guys, it's time for Legacy of Kain by Blizzard of Duty. Like, I don't know how many people get suckered in by nostalgia. Like, you think, like, go look at any product. It's made by the original developers, and they don't have a track record of not really being as good as they used to be, then they'll probably do a good game. On the other hand, if it's not made by the same developers, then you're just... Yeah, install RTS mod to not suffer long combat. Oh, that? Yeah. I mean, this mod in particular just has an issue where the enemies always run away. But, like, the way they've done it, the dwarves take Oath Gold. The dwarves take Oath Gold to build their units. Like, if I lose... That's weird.
After me, wrong.
If I lose a unit, it takes so long to grind it out that I have to do this, you know? Because I can't just be... When I was playing the orcs, I think the orcs in this mod are really bad. But when I was playing the orcs, I could just freely lose units because you can replace them without really much of an issue. So, yeah. Like, I lose... Oh, I lost a regular Dawi. Really? You just need to make sure if developers take care of their developers, then they will make good games. And if they don't, then they're not the same people. And if it's not the same people, then they won't make the game you think they're going to make. Let me fast forward combat. Yeah, let me look at there's fast forward toggle. I wonder if this works or will work. Okay, I see it. Well, yeah, okay, let's... Battle Royale combat is grindy and janky. Well, it's this mod because the units require Oath Gold, and I can't get infinite Oath Gold. Otherwise, I would just auto battle, and eventually I'd come out ahead, right? But you can see here, I only have 49 old gold. So I would literally not be able to replace this army, even with everything I've saved up. That's fine. Except because in the mod, they also made the enemies run away to try to get any small advantage on you. It means, yeah, I mean, you're watching me do a lot of slow battles. I guess I enable both of these. I don't know what the load order would be. That probably works. Okay. Let's see if this actually works then. Man, any faction with world map movement speed is so wild.
Mess with us, and we'll...
Okay, so let's look at the commands here. Okay. Hold left shift or right shift to give orders or execute orders to a queue. Units will execute them one by one. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so how do I fast forward here? Ah, it's just a button.
With me, lads!
Boy, that's useful. Okay, that saves me a lot of time.
Slam your pricks!
I think my dudes are too tanky. I don't think I'm ever gonna take casualties. Well, at least in this one. Against this kind of enemy, I should say. We could try to join a larger battle. Might not go well, but we could see. Well, I mean, clearing a hideout is probably good here. Wait until the day to assault. Can dwarves do stealth? Wait. Can dwarves stealth? I never thought about that. Funny enough.
Onwards. Kazukan, open fire. Dismount. Kazukan, Kazukit. Ah!
Oh my god. Are they just sniping everyone from across the map? I guess so. I think dwarves are given extra melee skill, which in turn means that they just input read and block every attack unless they're being double hit. Huh. Yep, they just sniped everyone from across the map. Wow, okay. I think that was the shortest hideout we've ever had.
You've cut quite a swath through my men there.
Damn you.
How about we settle this one-on-one?
Okay. Now I'm supposed to... I'm supposed to have an ability that charges by blocking, but it's currently not charging by blocking. But it's fine. Dawi Thunderer becomes Dawi Sharpshooter, but we don't have the resources for that. Not really. Okay, is that my clan? Okay, so we got clan tier 1. Now... what? Now, what would be the best dwarf clan to go fight with? Thing is, there's just not that many dwarf clans, are there? A lot of them are in the east. I don't really feel like fighting vampires. That's probably a bad idea. Looks like the vampires are losing anyway. Do the dwarves ever end up fighting humans? Athletics. Avoid and traveling speed of foot troops. Yep. Starting ammunition for gunpowder troops. Immediately gain 1 discipline. I mean, I guess. Why am I on this camera? Because I was pressing the wrong buttons. Chat, I stopped looking at chat because we reached viewer a chat rate of literally 0 again. You guys have a great habit of being bored because we're not talking about anything but a game that you don't play, but then not talking about anything, which then means I have nothing to talk about. Okay, these people seem like they're doing stuff. I think they're fighting elves though. I've never fought elves. To be fair, I don't feel like I would want to fight elves. No, that's not true. I'd want to. I would definitely want to. But would it be a good idea for me? And why would you be mad at me, Lul? I had to leave and now the game is back. I see how it is. Yeah. Can I play as elves now? Well, yeah, I mean, I could, but then I have to restart my whole run, Chet. I don't want to do that. Ransom my prisoners, trade. Okay, do you guys have the better gun yet? I want the better gun. The better gun. The gun that does more damage. That gun. Okay, let me go to the Engineers Guild. What do we need to do for these people again? Okay, so let's go to mechanics. Okay. That's not right. Cultures. Okay, so we need... I need to donate 500 oath gold to get trustworthy. Because you don't have a better gun and shoot with a better gun because it is a better gun. So first off, you don't have a gun at all. So what do you have to say about that one? I actually did the dwarf scenes pretty well. Okay, well, if we don't have a better gun, can we get a better chest armor? Dwarf armor. Dwarf militia armor. Fine dwarf engineer armor. I'm not sure how that offers more protection, but okay. Longbeard armor. So dwarves have the highest armor in the game. Got it. If I sold all this shit, I would get, I guess, a little bit. The dwarf engineer. Dwarf engineer has gunpowder, engineering, a little bit of steward, crossbow. By the way, I finally learned the story Legacy of Kain and it ends on a cliffhanger. I'm pretty devastated because it's been over 20 years and I'm not learning the story of the newest game. It's a damn prequel and I don't care. No fire. Legacy of Kain, it's done. It's over. Legacy of... It was over, New Fire. It's been over. It will be over. It's not coming back, New Fire. Legacy of done. Do you have a gun? Yes, but it's even worse than mine. What are you supposed to do with this? Novire, what are you supposed to do with this? Novire, what are you supposed to do with this? Novire, what are you supposed to do with this? I mean, it's done. It's just done. I don't know what to say. It's done. It's over, Novire. That's it. Legacy AK is like Devil May Cry before Devil May Cry. Well, what?
Yours is not a face I know. What is your name, stranger?
I'm thick. Get it? Because he's thick. We're at war with orcs and only orcs. God damn it. I knew it. I knew the dwarves would never go to war with the damn humans. Aren't there any human-hating dwarves, chat? Like, come on. The humans... Oh, they're so evil, chat. Oh, they're so evil. One time I was fighting an evil human and he was evil. No fire, that's not true. Devil May Cry and Legacy of Kain both have a sword. And I did some math, and you don't have any swords, Newfire. How do you respond? Wait, I ran out of gold. Oops. What is going on? Looks at Steam gets an ad for a game called Wild Rose, an early access survival game. Yeah, Nofar, you love those games. You told me the other day that you play a lot of them. Steam was like, oh, he does he? And now you're like, no, I don't. But you do, Nofar. That's your favorite game. Your favorite games are shitty crafting games. It is known. So I do melee. Wait. Melee physical damage. Yuck. Remember, you got that one early access survival crafter game. And then you were like, boy, I wish I had other games like this. He's not a very good quartermaster, but he's also not a very good engineer. You know, I feel like the AI could just, you know, make an army. Can't we just walk up there? What are they gonna do? But nobody makes an army, so we can't. Embark on a PvE story. So I don't want to. Which one? Whoa! Wait, whoa! He made an army. Why don't we make an army? Yeah, Newfire played Dark and Darker, and he didn't get the combat because, in the gentlest way, he's not very smart. That way, I mostly played it with Hildrick and Sailor Ivo and 10 billion other Europeans who always had poor connection because I live in America, but they always wanted to play. So inevitably, I just lost all my gear because they would start lagging and go, wait, shoot, wait, shoot, wait. Did Newfire just leave? As far as you never returned to V Rising, you treated the early access and never returned. No, that's not true. I played it after launch. It's just all of a sudden, guys, anytime there's a game where you're like, why didn't you play that game? I promise you, I did. And it's just that like 7 people showed up to watch it. So yes, I did play V Rising. But again, if no one shows up to watch something, then again, there's just no point to streaming it. We declared war on Athelloren. All of them, all at once. Couldn't have gone one at a time? I had to go for the final boss? Okay. Did you see Marvel Rivals edited a new female character? What do you mean edited?
With me, lads.
Added a new female character. Well, no fire. I'm not sure what you expect. They had a male character, they had a female character. What do you want them to do? They sure are tanky. Keep shooting. Keep shooting. I mean, how long does it take to break through a shield? Are we out of ammo? They don't have aura, chat. They didn't do anything. What are you talking about? Is it true that you think Crimson Desert is a bad game? I think you're a bad game. You know what happens if you get bored and you show up and then you say something like, did you see the Pokemon secret room? And then you never explain it and then you leave. And do you know why that is, Newfire? Because I don't. Okay. War boss, no track green stucker. What is the Pokemon trick room? You came in, asked if I knew about it. I said, what is that? And then you left. And that was an hour and a half ago. Bro, can I please get in on that battle? I think the AI fought a battle on a settlement and therefore I can't join it. That sucks. They added a Fox Lady and then Black Cat from Spider-Man. Did they just add... Did they add their own Fox Girl? You have to watch the video in general, I'm not telling you. Newfire, did anyone ever tell you that you're like... What's the right way to describe this? So like long ago, when the world was young, there were people, they called them the vague posters. Now, every vague poster in all human history, they all got together, right? And they went to Stonehenge, at which point they killed themselves. On Stonehenge, that is. Okay?
Zarok away.
And when 10,000 vague posters all died on Stonehenge, it created the greatest vague poster of all time. Okay? And that vague poster, Newfire, was you. Billions vague posted to train Newfire to become the elite boss of vague posting. Chad, don't look it up. Don't give him what he wants. At least he doesn't know what the mold breaker does. You know, that's incredible. I also once broke mold. Let's see. Trick spotting distance. Travel when following a hostile party. I do like that one better. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have the extra point? No, we do not. Wait, how do I unlock my next career? Clan Renown 2. That's it? I don't need to do some convoluted, ridiculous quest? Come on. I thought the fox girl was going to be a furry, but it was just a girl in a fox-themed superhero costume. Yeah, it looked like an OG creation like the Korean pop singer. Are we doing a bit here, chat? I don't think Korean pop star is a Marvel Rivals original. Food consumption was part of an army. Production rate to owned workshop. Quartermaster. Siege engine build rate in your party. Okay, that's good. Veteran quarreler. Well, I want to be a sharpshooter instead. Because guns are cooler, chat. But is that a Dawi warrior? Yes. Okay, we got the elite band of Dawi. Medicine. Personal healing rate and combat movement speed. Is GOT mode good in Bannerlord? Probably not. I think the best Game of Thrones mod will probably be Crusader Kings until it stops ever being popular as a setting. Bro, can we please declare war on the Humies? Why are we at war with the Athel Loren? Bro, I don't want to fight Athel Loren. Nobody wants to fight Athel Loren. Nobody's ever said to themselves, damn, I really want to fight Athel Loren. Wait, what the fuck is this? That's a lot of orcs. Impenetrable now also scales with scouting and begins battle charged. So... okay. Lufire, are you mad nobody's buying into your vague posting anymore? I've led the charge on defeating vague posting. Try as he may, try as he might, I will not let Newfire vague post tonight. Wish he may, wish he might, Newfire will not vague post tonight. Where are we? Oh wait, they expanded the map. Oh yeah, this area used to be the end of it. Yeah, no, I know where we are. Wait, this area is so weird. Well, I'm gonna do this. Why should I play Kerbal Space Program?
Slay the Oathbreakers.
Alright, time to do a stealth mission. An entire race of short people. It's like we know that because we can smell ourselves. Lowell, you need to take a shower. Why Kerbal Space Program New Fire? Is it because you saw that it had reached its highest player count or something? And now you're like, oh man, suddenly I've always been about Kerbal Space Program. Good shot, me. Ow. Fuck. Bro, stop it. So he did it again, he left? Of course he did. Of course he did. He's the patron saint of vague boasting. Kerbal Space Program got a sequel so bad that everybody returned to the first game. Wasn't that the one, and quote me if I'm wrong here, they did something like hired the original developers, fired them, and they got someone else to try to rush it out the door before people realized that they were banking on name alone? Which, by the way, is what I'm talking about when I say games won't be good without the original developers. I just think space is cool, but yeah, the second game was abandoned. No Fire, when have you ever mentioned space? Name one time. Wow, that really did not hurt me. Damn it! So I gotta get perspective, chat. Because my character's so short. You know, I would love for you to play Pokemon Champions. I think you would be pretty good at it. There has been a real lack of PvP games here. Your reactions are starting to get slow. Newfire says the Ultimate 2 news and suddenly gives a space fanboy. He is such a fair weather fan about everything, ever. Oh, wait. Why did you read my messages like that? What do you mean? That's how you talk. You made me sound like an idiot. No, that's literally how you talk. Chat's heard you, that's how you talk. Experience your melee troops after every battle. Damage while wielding one-handed weapon without a shield. Nah, I'll go trainer. Now what does the next one do? You deal 25% more. Range troops have one-handed skill. You deal increased damage with long rifles. Two-handed gunpowder troops, the information of their accuracy increased. Oh, well, that's really good. We should get that. I need that. How do I get more oath gold, damn it? Mod looks awesome, but is that actually good? I mean, if you enjoyed Bannerlord, this is just Bannerlord Plus, effectively. That's the best I can say about it. Newfire, why Hearthstone? A game that died? It's been so long since you actually played a PvP card game. Those were the good old days. The good old days were me playing. What was the PvP? League something. Soul League? Cardborn? Cardmageddon? Cargiles? Cardageddon? Cardalot? Cardigan? That's it. Legends of Runeterra. You know what game I did play was a Soul game. Soul something. Soul something. From the makers of Soulframe. There we go. Soulframe. I played that the other day, and I was like, you know, this might eventually be a good game. Maybe. I'm going to the arena to show how superior I am to all of you. What? It doesn't let me take out my gun? This is ridiculous. How am I supposed to fight? Ah, but they get guns? The fuck? Like the Dungeonborn Dark and Darker era in Skyrim. Dungeonborn... God, that was a while. Dark and Darker era. Now, why is that, Lul? You like Dark and Darker? I don't think... Was watching Dark and Darker fun for you guys at all, chat? That's a question. That's a good question. Bro, this faction sucks. Fuck this faction. Dude, dwarves don't do anything interesting. They don't fight anybody. Wait, why are we at war with Britonia? What the fuck? Well, I bet you these dwarves fight people. Kirk and Gazar. Kirk Guthuk. Kirk Hearn. I mean, at least the orcs attack people. Dungeonborn was awful. I like Dungeonborn. It's like they got to knowing what they needed to do to fix a game, and they were like, oh, just fucking ran. They're like, oh, I get it. I know what we need to do. Just grabs all their shit and runs out the door. You're like, wait, what? Manfred von Karstein declares war. Bro, what?
Out there. Who are you? I would know whom I slay.
Okay. That's why I'll never play this game on Iron Man. You're just like minding your own business, zoomed out. Someone declares war and a 200 stack of zombies are like, oh, your entire army is dead now. And you're like, cool. Guys, we have Concord 14. Have you seen Last Flag? Guys, we have Concord 14. It is the new Concord. I think the only reason Concord could be called Concord is because it had the most aggressively mediocre character design anybody has ever seen. To the point where people were like, what the fuck? literally feeling like tropes from other games, except made lame. And I don't have a... I mean, that's basically it. It literally felt like they took tropes from other games and lamed them down. Okay, we're trying to recruit troops here. Okay, I mean, the thing is, if I can't recruit high-tier troops, there's like no point. Then I have to spend more oath gold. Every Dawi is probably worth around 15. Bro, I need to find a Dawi who's actually fighting someone interesting. But the problem is there's no Dawi in the north. All they do is sit in the south, whine, bitch, and do nothing. Like, I declare a grudge on you. Yeah, I grudge you. I grudge you. And you're like, oh, really? Are you gonna do anything? They're like, well, no, but I grudge you. I grudge you. Well, my hope is maybe Karakaren is going to war. Otherwise, it's a boring run. The Dawi don't seem to declare war on the Empire, but the Empire makes up 90% of the map, so the Dawi don't fight anybody. And I'm like, What is High Guard? What is Last Flag? I don't know why everybody calls everything Concord. Anyway. Okay, I want to check if these people are at war with anybody.
Yours is not a fate.
I am Thick, and who are you? They're literally only at war with the elves. Okay, I might legitimately just go play Undead, because at least the Undead get to fucking play the game. Holy shit. Bro, the dwarves don't do anything. They have the coolest units and the coolest content, but they don't actually fight anyone with it. It's like a total waste. I mean, personally, you know, I know, we all know
With me, lads.
what everybody means when they say Concord. They're literally just saying, I'm a right-wing dipshit, and this game isn't sexualized enough. But somehow, they've managed to make that mean bad game. Was Concord a bad game? No, of course not. I don't think anybody who played it actually thought it was bad. It just was a, like, aggressively bad designed game from an aesthetic perspective. As if they took things that worked in other games and just decided to make them shitty. And I don't even have another way to phrase it. I think at this point I'd rather play Empire. Maybe I should just play Empire. Because, like, oh my god. I'd like to get battles. I'd like to do fun stuff, but, man. So, Micah Bellinger, that's because I'm gonna get philosophical with you for a second, okay? The idea of fascism and conformity often relies on the idea that your enemies are both at the same time extremely strong but also pathetic and weak. Therefore, everyone must band together to beat them, but also it's very easy to do. Which doesn't obviously make sense, but it's one of these funny things that's like, once you notice it, this is all to say, of course, that the reason that these anti-woke grifters will never attack games like Baldur's Gate 3 is they're maintaining the idea of go woke, go broke. Right up until you notice the vast majority of woke games are actually doing just fine financially and actually are the games topping the charts. So what they do is they do the whole go woke, go broke, but they only try to target deliberately the 10 to 20% of games at the bottom. But what you also need to remember is that the vast majority of games at the bottom are just shit games. And you can attack them for having bad design, but often it's the two concepts are touching each other. Does the game have bad design because it's woke, or does it just have bad design and now you can say it's woke? So, for example, a lot of the things I see with this is the whole, like, they didn't sexualize their female characters, now it's shit design. Bro, Concord could have had non-sexualized female characters, and it still would have had shit design. It was trying to do the whole NASA punk thing. The retro 50s, not 50s, but just I don't know, not the whole NASA punk. I think that's the best way to put it. Starfield with the Starborn. They tried to do it and it didn't work too bad. I would say their aesthetic wasn't too bad. And Arc Raiders did it and they pulled it off decently. Not great, but decently. I think that entire aesthetic is shit, frankly, and I do not know why so many people keep trying to copy it. It's like, it's an aesthetic, right? It's a vibe, it's a choice, and to willingly go into that terrible of a design is somewhat amazing to me that people keep fucking trying this. Chad, I'm gonna play something else. I'm so bored. I actually don't mind the dwarves, but like I can't get anything out of this. Like, they don't fight people, they don't do anything. They're a boring faction. I could play them out, but I would rather just play undead and just be like, fuck it, die, murder, death. My necromancer run was going great, but, well. Wait, is red? Was Blood Knight the class that Red Fury got slow mode? Like, it slowed time and you could just chop the fuck out of people non-stop? So Crimson Desert at launch leniently could have been called a 7 out of 10. Leniently. And if you read the original IGN review, they were 100% justified in giving it a 7 out of 10, and were even swinging. They were going to bat for them. They were basically saying, despite all these horrible flaws, we think they'll fix it in time. And despite that, they got shit on for being woke and anti-Crimson Desert, which, again, this is attaching to the whole anti-woke grifter ideology of anytime you can try to take a winning position, you must take that winning position, because you have to show yourself as both enormously powerful, but also downtrodden and the underdog. No joke, people prefer to watch review YouTubers rather than critics. They're the same thing. It's just one has their opinion held in higher regard because it's a more consistent and reasonable opinion. Wait, let that blow your fucking mind, by the way. The only reason we give a shit. The only reason we give a shit about IGN instead of like what some random YouTuber says is because the random YouTubers has a very inconsistent opinion and is unreliable. If they were reliable, people would just go to them and use them. Okay, I kind of want to play a Blood Knight. I might just do a really quick Blood Knight run because they're so broken. And I think you guys are maybe getting a bad idea of the game at this point because I keep playing factions that don't get to do anything rather than playing Blood Knight who's just like, wee! I could also play the Von Karstein. Von Karstein is less powerful, but very funny. Right, kitty cat? Yeah, kitty cat? Yeah, kitty cat? Yeah, kitty cat? Yeah, kitty cat? Kitty. I would say Crimson Desert probably pulled its ass up to a solid 8 out of 10. But that's what I always called it. A solid 8 out of 10. It pulled its ass up there. They reworked a lot of things. I did notice in the last patch they made the secondary characters significantly more playable. But they're going to have to continue to work on that over and over again. I mean, I would say that Crimson Desert was basically a combat game that struggled to be a combat game, and I can't really fairly give it, even though I could reasonably play that battle, I could play that the fights out, I could play that game for 3 hours in a row of just pure combat and have fun with it, right? I would still say it's an 8 out of 10, and I would still say that because it tries its goddamn hardest to not let you just enjoy the combat. Every time you try to enjoy the combat, it's like fucking get the fuck out of here. It's like get over here and do this puzzle now, bitch. Kitty, kitty, kitty. You know, I don't know why I pick her up when she's being, like, really annoying like that. Because that's literally what she wants. And then she's like, yes, yes. I'm like, oh my god, kitty, get off my desk. And then she's like, uh-oh, you picked me up. Uh-oh, I'm going limp. Let me be right back. Okay, chat. I'm gonna put this in chat. Okay. I think some bugs have been fixed. It's either that or I'm gonna have to play without Manfred, and I'll just have to do solo vampire. Okay? Which should I play? Blood Dragon, which super OP. Vampire or Von Karstein variable. How OP you want to make Von Karstein can really depend. Or Neckarch Supercaster. I've never played Neckarch. I'm kind of vibing for a spellcasting run. I haven't done a spellcasting run. Oh my god! Holy shit! Wait, they're just Necromancer on crack. Oh my god! Wait, what? Okay, I might just go play Neck Arc. Kitty! Hi. Von Karstein is very variable. He can go multiple different ways. The big thing about the Von Karstein is they've got that mist form, which might not seem like it, but if you can turn into mist, chat, let me put this in your mind. He turns into mist and then he can move around. And while you're thinking to yourself, okay, who gives a shit? Is that really that strong? Think about in a game like this what that means. Kitty! You can do shit like in the middle of a siege, you go outside the walls, kill like 20 people, mist form back on top of the wall, heal up. Like, oh my god. Kitty. I need to go to the bathroom, kitty. And then Blood Dragon activates his Blood Dragon mode, and he just goes insane. Kitty cat. Okay, so what does a neck arc do? Okay, neck arc. Blast of Agony suffers. Wait, some of this stuff is just wild. Okay. I'll just use my vampire thumbnail, it's fine. Come here. Come here, kitty cat. Come here. There we go. Kitty, kitty. Gertie, Gertie.